This is Auto Marketing Now with Brian Pasch.
Welcome to Auto Marketing Now. I'm Brian Pasch, and on today's show we have Jeff Stearns. He's the VP of Sales and Business Development for CarChat24. We're going to be talking about chat engagement strategies and how dealers can take their chat engagement to the next level. Of course, we have our popular marketing tips, our email grab bag, so let's get started with today's show. I'm very excited to have on today's show Jeff Stearns. He's the VP of Sales and Business Development at CarChat24. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, Brian.
Now, I'm assuming dealers who are watching today's show know that I'm a chat advocate. There's no reason why dealers shouldn't have chat on their website. But more importantly, since you are an AWA award winner for chat, and really, in my opinion, have set the bar for chat software, I thought it's important that dealers should know what's going on at CarChat24.
Beautiful.
So let's start with some innovations that you're working on. Okay. Aside from the existing platform, we had an active conversation that there's some flaws in today's chat technology that, well, your company is pioneering to resolve. Let's set the stage. What could be better with chat today that dealers may not be aware of?
Well, the majority of the chat industry is using a platform called Jabber.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with it, and it was the current technology at the time. And each direction of conversation would be a separate transmission.
Okay, so when someone starts a conversation or a chat, it just keeps on going back and forth as individual packets of information.
Right.
Okay.
Good way to put it. So now we built a Signal R server.
Okay.
That will eliminate any disconnections and keep it all one continuous conversation.
Great, and dealers may not know this, but during chat sessions, well, consumers may flip to other windows or do other things. They may get lost. They may not know where if the chat is still connected. This is some of the weaknesses in today's current chat technology. Is that correct?
Yeah, and the Signal R will let us take advantage of the current browsers.
Okay.
And also not only have the customer not think they lost the chat, but it'll also have it not disconnect if there's an internet interruption. Great,
and that's important because, well, I know every once in a while the Wi-Fi drops, and that would really result in a broken chat conversation. In this new technology, that would never happen again.
Yes, and sometimes that would lead to an upset customer saying the operator hung up on them.
Right, which it really wasn't the case.
Right.
So let's talk to dealers who already have a chat solution that's not CarChat24. One of the things I loved, and one of the reasons why you received an AWA award this past year, was the tool set that the chat operator has, meaning dealers can manage their own chat.
Right.
They can outsource their chat or do a partnership, day, night, overflow. So for dealers who haven't seen your back-end dashboard and the tools for the operator, give us a highlight. What are the tools available that make your platform the ultimate engagement tool for chat?
Well, inside of our operator's console, whether it's my operator chatting or your in-dealership operator chatting, they're going to have the ability to use our split-tested scripted answers.
Great. That
are proven effective. Don't have to type, don't have to get carpal tunnel from it.
Right.
And we've tested hello versus hi tens of thousands of times.
Okay.
There's also Edmunds data for things like incentives and specifications and pricing.
Great.
There's Carfax, and we can pass a Carfax through the chat.
Great. So you have really minimized the training and the, well, manual work that a chat operator needs. So does that mean that they could do more with their time, like run multiple chat sessions at the same time, or is it more of a better quality engagement? What are you finding?
Well, anything that you can standardize is going to be better quality.
That's right.
But it also does allow for multiple chats. Also, 44 language translate.
Okay.
Full knowledge base. The ability to pass files through if you have an odometer statement or an image of car that you don't have up yet.
So,
nice.
So for dealers who have their own corporate culture, dealers who have their own why buy, why service message, can they add their own responses into the knowledge base, or is it a pre-populated system from your team?
We're going to populate it, setting up for the dealer with our standard stuff about who's the service manager or what's the phone number for this. Okay. But yes, they can add their custom answers also.
Great. So one of the things that I really liked about this latest evolution of your platform was robust analytics. In fact, I really think that CarChat24 has the best chat analytics. When we talk about that to a dealer, well, I don't think they know what chat analytics even means. So if we showed an image of what the analytics data looks like, what specific things should dealers be looking at through the CarChat24 analytics?
Well, any key performance indicator in a vacuum doesn't mean a lot to me.
Right.
But I do like looking at some certain things, and we can look at them on the screen now.
Okay.
So we can look at unique visitor versus chat versus lead.
Okay.
And I like to look for it around double the chats as leads, because that means there's a lot of support.
Super. And one of the, I think, flaws that dealers seem to get caught up in is price. It's all about price in chat, but at the end of the day, dealers have to sell more cars.
Right.
And I've been trying to push this concept of unique visitors to cars sold through chat, meaning as a quality metric, it aligns your interest with the dealer's interest. What can you tell dealers watching today's show about the data through CarChat24? How does your solution compare to others on the market, meaning chats to actual vehicles sold?
Well, through a vendor agnostic analytics company who informed us after the study that the reason they'll refer to us is that we are #1 in sold car compared to unique visitor.
Great.
Not necessarily highest lead count, and not necessarily the lowest, but that's not where we dominate.
That's right. Well, I don't think dealers want more leads. They want to sell more cars. And if you're telling me that the tools engage the consumer in such a way that really endears them with the dealer, that results in a car sale, I think that's all that dealers really care about.
Brian, getting 50 extra leads generated by a tactic like, hey, in case this chat gets disrupted, what's your phone number?
Right.
Doesn't have a heavy closing rate.
That's right, that's right. So when we compare your solution, one of the other things that I like for dealers to know is that Google is discussing, mobile get-in, time to load your website, mobile response, and from our testing, it seems that your solution also seems to load very quickly, which of course is important for SEO, important for Google speed tests. What have you done differently that allows your chat software to not bog down a website when someone wants to engage in chat?
Okay, so you're asking a guy with a VP of sales title.
I know, but people want to know, does chat slow down my page load time? And generally it does. And then you have to start comparing solutions. What have you done differently?
Well, everything that we've done in improvement has been based on input and feedback.
Right.
I mean, I'll let the audience know that you are a lot of the pressure behind taking our analytics from mediocre to what looks like class leading.
That's right.
Dealers have given us suggestions on scripts, and where our lightening of our software in order to not adversely affect page load speed and decimate SEO.
That's right.
Came from a number of website providers saying, hey, would you help us out?
Right. Well, I think all of these elements are really important, because when some people watch today's show, they're going to say, I already have chat.
Yeah.
But they haven't really looked at unique visitors to cars sold. They haven't looked at their chat to lead form ratio. They haven't looked at their page load time. They haven't looked at the quality of responses a chat tool can deliver. And yet, well, they think that all chat solutions are equal, and that is not the case. Now let's talk about the realities of staffing chat. There is a whole group of dealers who don't have chat on their website because they say, if I outsource it, the quality isn't going to be as good as my own people. And yet, when you listen to the dealer's own phone calls, they're weak. When you look at the dealer's email lead responses, they're weak. And yet, they're not offering chat. What is the best model? Dealers who are watching the show, they may say, I don't want to give all of my chats to a third party. What are your customers doing? Are more outsourcing to you because it's efficient? Is it a blend? give dealers watching today's show some advice because, well, if they're stuck in doing nothing, we have to unstick them today.
Brian, we have free software that's better than anything you can buy out there from any other chat provider.
Okay.
And the software that we charge for is almost free. It's $1 or $2 a month.
Right.
Okay. $100 or $200 a month for you car people.
Right, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was in retail 27 years. Okay.
Right.
Now, the reason that we offer it at a loss, really, and the free is certainly a loss, is we want dealers to realize they can't manage it.
Right.
And it gives us an in to say, look, we've been looking at your analytics for a few months. We would have given you 150 leads and 150 support chats, and you've done 7.
Right, right.
When it's backup support, and the dealer ends up having us take the ones that they miss after a 10 or 15 second wait in nights and weekends,
right.
Little by little, it always, without exception, very few exceptions, ends up migrating towards or evolving towards us taking all of the chats, because the reps end up getting comfortable that we're not going to blow it.
Right.
And the dealer has to look at when they get their bell rung for a chat that it's an 8-minute commitment.
Right.
Whether it's a parts or service chat or a
right.
sales opportunity.
That's right. And I love to just reinforce what you said, is that for dealers who are looking for a better chat experience with better tools, better engagement tools, if they have a BDC, okay, let the BDC try the interface with all the tools and of course work in partnership. But you and I talked before the show, and you had a very interesting stat about what percentage of the chats are parts and service. What is your data showing?
40% of every chat we get in, and we've done over 1 million now,
okay,
are parts and service. And 20 to 25% of every lead we deliver is for parts and service.
And so this is mind-blowing. We know that parts and service has high margins. It's really one of the most profitable areas of the business. We need to win more service business away from independents. And it's very clear that consumers are preferring chat as one of the communication solutions. So the chat is another channel to book service appointments. Is that correct?
Our operators will navigate a shopper to a service appointment page,
right,
but we won't make the appointment.
Great, but you are guiding them, answering their questions,
yes,
and getting them into that engagement piece.
Yes.
So today, when we look at CarChat24 and dealers who, well, think they have the chat box completed.
Right.
When you go into a dealer that has a competing solution, and dealers watching today's show, there's other players out there.
Sure.
What type of lift could they expect by switching to CarChat24?
If a dealer has no chat,
okay,
they can expect a 40 to 60% lift in deals from their website from the same traffic.
Okay, that's huge. So for example, if a dealer's saying, hey, my website is generating, through email lead forms, right, 50 sales a month or 100 sales a month, they could see another 40% lift?
Well, it would more than likely be like 100 leads.
Right.
That would be 10 or 20 deals.
Right.
And then we would add another 40 to 60% to those deals and leads.
That's awesome. And what if a dealer has another competing solution?
Brian, I mean, that's a tough one, but I can tell you that I had a dealer switch to us after 7 months with a bigger name competitor.
Okay.
And after 2 months, they let us know that they had retailed more cars in the 2 months than they had year to date with the other, and less leads.
So let's wrap this up with a very important message to dealers. All chat isn't equal. If you're comparing chat on number of leads, it's misleading.
Forget it.
And we have to stop doing that. But I think dealers do that. They look, this is how much I paid and this is how many leads. Would it be fair for dealers watching today's show that we challenge them? They should be looking at unique visitors to cars sold through their chat platform.
Yes, a legitimate ROI measurement.
Right. And that would show two things. Number one, are the tools engaging the consumer in a way that's pleasing to the consumer? And is that chat team, whether it's internally managed, shared, or exported to your team, are they competently working to get that consumer into the showroom to buy a car?
And it's opportunities.
Right.
Because the wrong chat could cannibalize leads that you would have gotten anyway.
That's a good point. So address that. What do you mean by that?
Well, I've had enough opportunities to discover that when a dealer switched to us or away from us and they shared with us the information, that with us not only did their chat leads go up, but their contact forms went up as well.
So are you thinking that when chat is handled in an improper way, they're just getting in front of the consumer, maybe getting an incomplete contact or stopping the consumer from giving their information they would have given in a lead form?
That's correct. The testing that we did was with some website providers, and they had skin in the game because if their contact forms go down, it makes the website look inefficient, the dealer disgruntled, and they're shopping a website provider. So we tested A, B, left and right, up and down, pink and blue, seconds to invite, scripted answers, whatever, to make sure that we were giving only incremental business.
That's awesome. So for dealers who are not familiar with CarChat24, is it a month-to-month agreement, annual contract? What do they need to know about doing business with your company?
Customers, not prisoners. We're always auditioning for our job every day, and we like it. So 60-day cancel, no contract, and we don't get any joy out of collecting money if it's not working for our client.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for coming today and just setting the tone for the next generation of technology to enable chat, but also maybe some new insights on how dealers should be inspecting and comparing chat providers. It's been great to have you on the show, and congratulations again on your AWA award and just setting the bar for chat technology in the automotive sector.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. And now for today's strategy session. We talked about chat today in an important tool to allow consumers to contact your dealership in a way that's comfortable to them. But one thing I wanted to talk to you about is how to optimize your chat conversations. Remember that consumers will chat from multiple devices and they want instant answers and responses. Jeff from CarChat24 talked about their knowledge base, the ability to have at fingertip level a quick click to common information. And this is so important. Your chat conversations need to be updated with tools that reflect your latest promotions, your why buy, why service message. You heard from Jeff today that up to 40% of the chat questions are about service. What does this mean? Your chat team, if you're managing internally or if you are working with an export partner, you need to have the right pages designed to answer chat questions. And here is my recommended strategy. Make sure that those pages look great on a smartphone. That's right. Make sure that whatever links your chat team is sending to consumers for sales and service, those pages have to be responsively designed. And I know this sounds like an old conversation because we've had, well, ample time to talk about the need to serve the mobile shopper, but still, it's 2015, and I'm looking at dealer websites that have completely different content than their desktop. And here's the problem. These chat agents are getting links from the dealer's main website, sending them into a chat, and if the person is on a mobile device, the page doesn't exist. That's right. Or the page is unreadable, meaning it's not responsive. If you are going to engage your customers with chat, if you want to increase that unique visitor to sold ratio, you better make sure that all your current promotions, your why buy, your why service, are all links that the chat agent can easily send to the consumer, and you have to inspect those pages. So here's your homework. Look at your chat console or look at the pages that the knowledge base for your chat provider are using for common chat questions. Make sure every one of those pages looks fantastic on a smartphone. If you do this one inspection and audit, you'll be rewarded with better engagement, more appointments, and more car sales. So what are you waiting for? Inspect that your chat dashboard has responsive links. And that's today's strategy session. And now for today's email grab bag. A general sales manager wrote in to ask, Brian, should we be using YouTube for our video marketing strategies and videos that we send out in our CRM communication? Well, this is a great question because I've been focusing a lot of my consulting practice on video strategies for dealers. In fact, I've built an entire course on video marketing strategies that dealers can take online. And YouTube, although it's extremely popular, does have some limitations that dealers need to be aware of. I also like a platform called Wistia. That's Wistia.com. The reason why I like Wistia is because it allows dealers to create clear call to action buttons or links right in the video. So for example, if the dealership is using video in the CRM process and at the end of the video you want them to take a look at your current specials or book a service appointment, at the end of the video Wistia allows you to put in a trackable link. I really like this because at the end of the day, dealers want to engage consumers online and then drive them back to the website to book an appointment, book a service visit, or, well, to learn more about the cars that they sell. YouTube can be configured to have a call to action link, but it's, well, kind of complicated. The average dealer doesn't know how to set that up. So take a look at Wistia because Wistia allows you to embed videos onto your website using structured data. It allows you to have ad-free videos in your communications, and best of all, it allows you to have a call to action link at the end of your videos. And of course, as I mentioned, if your dealership is interested in engaging in a more robust video marketing strategy, well, go ahead and visit pcgtraining.com and sign up for the video marketing course. It is a complete discussion and how-to guide for automotive video marketing. Thank you for sending in that email grab bag question. And if you want to send in a question and we use it on the show, we'll send you a free copy of my book, Mastering Automotive Digital Marketing. It's the first textbook for the automotive industry. Thanks so much for watching today's show, and we'll see you next Wednesday on Auto Marketing Now.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Auto Marketing Now.